It's It's Wednesday, the 25th of March, 2020, and that can mean one thing, and one thing only, that it's time for today, like every other day of the year forever, for the foreseeable future, and also from the past, where have you been all this time? It's time for the quiz with me, Edwardclewis, and of course, the very special guest. He's the returning special guest at this point. At this point, would you call yourself a co-host? WNL?
Yes, why not? Why not?
Well, we have been doing this for now 14 years, is it? We've been doing this. Yeah, just having a wave, just waving. We can start off with the beginning of the stream where we do like a fist bump through the screen. Are you ready? Again?
Are you ready?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Boing! That made a strange noise. Anyway, how is everybody doing? Good to see you all. We have, so many good people in the chat here as well today. Of course, this is the quiz, which is, and we need to discuss the name of this, by the way, because I changed the name of this without first consulting Mr. Lewis, WNL. For those who don't know, I'm Edward Lewis. If you're new to this, I'm just a guy who's in his room, wants to do a quiz for some nice people at home. So thank you all for joining. I can see you all in the quiz. I'm wearing my Quizmaster attire, of course. It's the official attire of the Quizmaster. I think it's going to get more and more lavish as we go through. Sorry, I'm not the Quizmaster. I'm the host. You're the Quizmaster. Sorry about that.
I'm the Quizmaster, yes.
How dare I take that away from my father?
No, you dare not. Yes,
so who are you and why are you here?
Who am I here and why am I here? I'm here to ask the questions. Okay. Yesterday it was all about things Irish, but I've had the leprechaun's hat surgically removed. And today it's all about the letter L. We're having an elevated time today on the quiz.
Mm-hmm. Okay, apparently I'm a little quiet, so I'm just going to try and talk a little more closer in here like this. Okay, good. That's good news. For everybody in the chat, remember that what this is a daily quiz that we're doing here. For the foreseeable future, we'll be here every day at midday. My dad is going to do the questions. I'll let you do the format of how it all works. We've got to stick with. You say stick to the script, as somebody in the chat just said, stick to the script. We don't have one. We're kind of making this up as we go along. Is it clear to tell? But there you go. We're here just to have a nice time. 30 minutes-ish on your lunch break. We might have some nice fun facts. We might have some little fun games to play along the way. We'll do at least one round of a quiz. How many quizzes did you say that you have prepared? How many questions do you reckon you've got?
Oh, between 10 and 20,000 probably. So I think we're okay there.
Yeah, and please do forgive us, while we're getting set up with this, it's going to take us a while to get past these sort of quiz jitters a little bit. So do sort of be kind. Be kind to us on that one. So in the chat, I'm just noticing, WNL, I don't know if you've noticed this too, but we have Rudy Wren Camel here. Hi, Rudy. Jack Little, Edelweiss, Commander Benkai, Alec John Turner, Jester D, Edelweiss, Jester D again, Mike J.A. Moran. Oh, Mike Moran's here, everybody. We've got Big Fun Art, we've got Minerva, we've got all sorts of people, awesome people in the chat. You might say that all of the best ones are here. We need to get you some catchphrases, I feel. Do you have any catchphrases so far?
I had thousands of them when I used to do quizzes live, and you aped all of them when you took over and did some of my quizzes for me.
We're a quiz family. We've got quiz in our blood.
To quiz, yes.
Yeah.
Hemoglobin would be nice, but we have quiz,
yeah. Quiz, I'm afraid. So everyone, sorry to announce that we've got quiz. We've got the quiz. We've got the quizzies. We're riddled with quizzes right now, unfortunately.
I do have a fact for you today.
Oh.
You want a fact of the day?
Go for it. Fact of the day. New feature, everyone. New feature siren.
New feature.
Fact of the day.
Okay. I'll phrase it as a question, okay, because it's part of a quiz. This practice was banned in the House of Commons 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. But the new speaker, hands up, how many know his name? Lindsay Hoyle. The new Speaker of the House, Lindsay Hoyle, has said it will now be allowed again, okay? What will female MPs now be allowed to do that they've been banned from doing for 20 years?
I don't know. It's a good fact. I'm excited. It's a quiz question that we...
Quiz question. I like this. We have we have some answers coming through already.
Let's...
And The second one, telling the truth, is not the correct answer, but awfully close. I mean, that could have been in there as well. No, Jack Little, well done. Our first answer correct.
Oh, really?
It is actually breastfeed.
Yeah.
They can now breastfeed in the House of Commons, having been banned from doing it for 20 years.
And you learn something new every day. You can't leave this stream now not saying that you were at least educated. You may not be entertained, you may not have a nice time, you might not be relaxed, but you at least have been educated, which of course is, no, it was a very entertaining fact, thank you. You looked slightly disappointed at my reaction there. I'm so sorry. No, it was a great fact, thanks. Stop taking it so personally. How are we going to do this every day if we're going to keep clashing like this, Lewis?
Oh, I don't know. We'll get there.
All right. Well, we should probably start with the quiz because I think there's a good amount of people in the chat now ready to start today. Remember, click that follow button. I can't believe I just said that like a proper streamer. Everybody, make sure you click the like button to be notified when we go live. Because some days it might be slightly out because I'm actually also at work, remember, as well. Because we're working from home. This is my lunch break. Half an hour. But we will. I am getting email pop-ups just here off the side here. Smash that follow button, says Meki. Good to see Meki. I also saw Berit Rockstar in the chat as well. It's my lovely girlfriend all the way from Norway. A round of applause in the chat, by the way. She's a nurse in Norway and doing some amazing work over there. So thank you very much for all the people in the services for carrying on. Even though I don't know what I'm talking about, because this, of course, is our alternate universe where everything's just fun times all the time. I can't believe I broke my one rule on the second day of talking about this. But anyway, it's for a nice reason. So put some likes in the chat. I need to eat my mic. We almost can't hear you there, Ed. I don't know what's going on. It was fine yesterday.
Eat your mic. Eat your mic. That's good.
Does this work? Does this, if I turn it up and maybe, it might be the output. But you're apparently you're loud enough. And let's be honest, that's the most important thing.
That's the most important thing, yes. I mean, you can chat on it. Oh, I have just a little of an announcement to those people that I spoke to who might be watching today, because they're probably, like me, computer illiterate, okay? Yeah. Technophobes almost. And I just want to say, if you want to actually participate and join in, then you start out by getting an account here with twitch.tv. It's free. Go on, do that. Next time you can see your name or handle along the side as well, contributing.
This is great. I think you should be the host from now on. At least some days you should be the host. I want you to start the stream every other day.
No, let's not go too far yet.
I think it's gonna be great.
We'll grow into this. A symbiotic relationship. Yes.
Yeah. I think everybody. We have got some new people in the chat, and that's awesome. To be honest, it's quite nice that Ed's a little quiet, says Edelweiss. Thanks very much. That's very nice of you to say. I appreciate it. Hashtag for the mug. Yeah, that's right, Vantian. We all wouldn't be here without someone shouting that. That's true. Good afternoon, Phoenix T5. Good afternoon, Rudy Ren Kamel. Good afternoon. Yeah. Rudy Ren Kamel says he sold that to Twitch agency. Anyway, sorry, we're rambling. And this is very much, by the way, if you're expecting like an actual hardcore, like proper quiz where it's all about like, real competitive spirit, that's not what this is. But you will learn something, and you'll also get to chat in the chat about stuff. And this is honestly a lovely, lovely bunch of people. So if you are new to this, I do recommend getting involved because they're so nice. I've known these guys for years. From previous job I used to work on with Elite Dangerous and this community built around it, and I can see so many familiar names, and it is so awesome to have people in here. So keep coming back every day and just for a good chat, and pay each other compliments. In fact, that's it. I want you to pay each other, pick somebody at random from the chat and pay them a compliment. So I'm going to pay Edelweiss a chat. I've always liked your name, Edelweiss. It reminds me of the film Sound of Music. Thanks for that. WNL, would you like to pay a compliment?
Not that one. I mean, I do like Edelweiss, and I've seen it, out there in the wild. But I've never seen Sound of Music. It was one of those things that I vowed to myself I would never do.
Why?
And also Love Story. If you're of a certain age, you'll understand my comments. It just, sorry. They're classics of a sort. But of the sort that I just refuse to watch.
Hot take, everybody. Hot internet takes coming from this live stream. You're not going to get these sorts of hot takes anywhere else. Neil Lewis at WNL absolutely slamming Judy, whatever her name is. Judy Garland, is that right? Anyway, moving very quickly on. What are the rules of the quiz?
Julie Christie, not Julie.
Julie Agatha Christie. Moving on. What's the next? How do we do this? What are the rules of the quiz?
Today it's all about the letter L. Now, okay, chat stream, my chatters. Basically, what you're going to do is answer the question first. Okay, I'll ask a question. You give me your answers. I'll look for consensus on the first three. If I get a 2 out of 3, that's your answer. If all 3 answers are different, then I'll just go with the first one. Do be sure. No Googling, no messing up. It has to come from your head, okay? Otherwise, well, cheaters never prosper, okay? And I want you to all be prosperous and all that sort of thing. Anyway, so you don't do that. Now, once you've given me your answer, and I have that answer, Ed, who will have turned the stream off and won't be able to see it, I'll ask him for his answer. He will then reply, we'll compare the two, and question by question, we'll see who then wins today's quiz.
Yeah, and so far, what's our win-loss ratio?
Well, our win-loss ratio, considering we started yesterday, it is 0 for Ed, 1 for the chatters.
Well done, chatters. By the way,
they had a fantastic,
nobody else on Twitch
win yesterday, 10 points to 4.
I know that you're learning Twitch, right? No one else on Twitch ever calls them the chatters. And I think that should become the official term for people in the chat. The chatters. I think that's what we need to do. Ed moved the plant. No, I just moved the camera.
You are the chatters, yes.
Yeah, the chatters. I like it. So anyway, welcome the chatters. Thank you everybody in the chat. If you haven't previously been here, genuinely, it's a lot of good fun. So thank you. It's really, yeah. I'm expecting good stuff with this. So thanks a lot.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Sorry, I just like talking.
Have you gird your intellectual loins here?
I don't know what that means. So no.
Well, fasten up and get ready for the ride. Here we go, okay? It's all about the letter L. Now, again, quite simply, here's your one big clue. If your answer doesn't begin with the letter L, you're wrong, okay? Simple as that. Question number 1. Okay, here we go.
I've got to say goodbye to the chat. Love you all. Look after each other. Don't cheat. We've got quiz in our blood, and that means that we've got a radar that detects when people Google, and the entire thing explodes and shuts down. So if you want to ruin everyone else's nice time, then go ahead and Google. But don't Google.
That's
remember, don't rush your answers. It's the first 3. And also, play along at home. Let us know what your scores are, if you were on your own. I'd like that. Goodbye. Bye-bye, chat. They've gone. Can't see them.
Okay, here we go. Question number 1 then, chat stream. We're going to start off today's quiz with a rather heavy question. Which element has the chemical symbol Pb? Which element has the chemical symbol Pb?
Also, if you liked that joke, let my dad know. He'll be very pleased about that one.
Dad jokes. Hey, I'm good
at that.
I have their answers, and they're coming in thick and fast. Heavily weighing down the chat stream. What's yours, Edward?
That isn't my answer. That's just the fart noise. A lead. Lead.
Heavy as lead. Yes, absolutely correct. The PB, I think, comes from the Latin for plumbium. We have plumb lines and things like that. Put a little piece of lead on the end of a string and make sure things are straight. It is now 1 point apiece, which is better than your start yesterday.
I feel good about this one. I feel connected to the letter L.
You feel pretty
in my name at least once. I mean, I look quite good in the jacket. Go on.
We'll be quoting. Yeah, well, we can do a whole round on quotations from music. No, we can't. Okay. Question number 2. Number 2 in this round, all about the letter L. This is the 2nd largest city in the USA. This is the 2nd largest city in the USA.
I've got this easy. This is easy mode. This is the easy quiz. The good thing about the Pops quiz, right, is that basically everyone can join in. And he makes everyone feel smart until he throws in that hard question, and then everyone feels stupid. But
would I do that to you?
Yes.
I have their answer. What's yours?
The answer is Los Angeles.
Los Angeles is absolutely correct. It's neck and neck. After 2 questions, it is 2 points apiece. Question number 3.
This one's mine. You guys are going down.
Number 3, listen carefully. This is a soothing song that sends a child to sleep. Don't you just love that alliteration? Actually, a bit of sibilance, isn't it? This is the soothing song that sends a child to sleep.
You're absolute gold. You need to start your own Twitch channel. People would watch this. Well, and then you just got to play video games very poor. What? Say again, what?
I have their answer.
It is a lullaby.
Lullaby. 3-3.
3-3. This is good. I'm at this point no longer
You
going
want
to
to
do any
declare
jokey answers. I want to do jokey answers, but at this point it's looking good. So
You're still in the running. You're still in the running, yes.
I've got to stay serious.
Well done, chat stream, as well, by the way. I do like that. There's some interesting answers there as well, but the vast majority were correct. Okay, question number 4. Number 4 in this round, all about the letter L.
So the answer was lullaby then.
Lullaby.
Lullaby
was correct. 3 points apiece. Question number 4. This high street retail chain calls itself the inventor of the bath bomb and the, quote, home of bath art. End quote.
If anybody knows bath art, it's me.
High street retail chain, it's home, well, self-professed, home of bath art.
You should see the bath art that I'm creating. It's...
So does it start with a ring around the edge?
Ugh.
I was just asking. I mean, very Mondrian. You sort of, you do off your boundaries before you put the color in.
I think your intellectual levels are reaching new heights here. And at this point, you're just showing off because you know that your friends and family are watching. And
I don't know that at all. In fact, once I've given them the alert, they're probably not watching at all. I have their answer. What's yours?
I think that the answer to that question is, of course, Londis, the local Lush.
Londis down on the... No, Lush is absolutely correct.
The owner at least tells me that they invented bath art anyway, but it's... And
so they got it correct as well, so it's 4 points apiece. Although Lush, to me, I can smell it about a quarter of a mile down the high street, and I have to sort of hold my nose because it only makes me sneeze. I don't call it Lush, I call it Sneezes.
Sneezes is not a good name for a shop,
I cannot go in the place without having a sneezing fit.
All right, next question, please, WNL.
Question number 5, halfway through today's, well, almost halfway. We have 11 questions today. Question number 5, this L leads to a loss of voice and inability to speak. What the entire chat stream is wishing on both of us right now.
I've got
a loss of voice and inability to speak.
Killing it, but then again, so is the rest of the quiz, the chatters today, I imagine. In fact, they're getting full marks.
I have their answers.
All right, laryngitis.
Laryngitis, yes. And the vast majority actually have wonderful spelling habits as well. I like this.
Spell it for me.
IT. Another dad joke. Okay.
Oh, it's cancelled, everyone. We've cancelled the show. We're cancelling.
Laryngitis. It has a Y in there somewhere, okay?
We're not doing this every day anymore.
Laryngitis. Laryngitis. No Y's at the end. The itises are all ITIS. Okay, halfway stage. It is poised. 5 points apiece. Fantastic. I don't think we've ever had one. Well, we've had a couple that were this close.
I've won 1 out of 60.
Wait. No, you won 3 or 4. You won 3 or 4.
How many? 60 plus?
60 plus, and you won 3 or 4, yeah.
We're starting fresh now. I've only lost 1, ever.
Starting fresh, you're only 1-0 down.
I've only lost 1 ever in the history of...
Actually, percentage-wise, you're worse off now than you were then.
Correct. Thank you. Yeah. Good. Thanks for that. Thanks for, I was just trying to do something positive, and you were like, no, son. No, son. Now everyone at home's starting to get a good idea of what our relationship's been like my entire life. Thanks for that.
Yeah, forget you. Chat stream, I mean, I'm enjoying this. Okay. No, question number 7. Number 7. Let's go to 6 first. Question number 6. This...
Yeah, it might be good. No, let's do 7
this
first.
Is a land of little people. No, a land of little people in Gulliver's Travels. Okay. If we were doing things, as opposed to L, if we were doing B, it would be Brobdingnag for the giants. But this is the land of little people in Gulliver's Travels. I have their
the
answer.
hard question was coming up. I knew the hard question was going to be here eventually. It's going to sneak in at around about 6 or 7. They've got it apparently, and that's breaking my heart because I don't know. I do know it. It's buried deep in there somewhere. Don't give me any little secret answers.
I'm acting it out. Mini people.
Yeah.
Gulliver, big man.
I know.
Tied down.
Simple
as that.
Yeah, that doesn't give me the answer to the question. That's just you describing what happens in Gulliver's Travels.
I'm trying to get your thought processes going.
Little land.
Litherland. Well, admittedly, we have had some good answers on the. It's not Leicester, by the way, as far as Whiskey Chaser is concerned.
I think it could be Leicester. Maybe it's based on Leicester.
It could be. Do we have an answer? I have theirs.
I do not. I told you Little Land. I can't remember.
Little Land.
Lullapalooza.
You get closer every time. It was actually Lilliput. Lilliputians. Lilliput. They even do all sorts of little sculptures and little villages and things like that. And Lilliput. Anyway,
I've heard of
you have fallen behind. It is now 6 points to 5.
Right, give it up. Give it up.
Chatter.
That's it. I'm done now. Don't care. Don't care anymore. I'm leaving. That's the end of the stream, everyone. Thanks very much for coming.
Question number 7. Number 7. Now listen carefully here, because you will know things of this ilk that do begin with L. This L is a flowering shrub, Syringa vulgaris, with fragrant pale pinkish violet or white blossoms. Pinkish violet or white blossoms, a flowering shrub. You know some flowers.
I do know.
That begin
don't
with L.
No need to patronize me. Sorry, I'm joking.
No fear looking up, folks. It's gone incredibly quiet. I like it.
That means they're thinking or Googling. The Google radar did go off a little. I mean, I hope that means they're going to get it wrong, because I'm not going to get this right. I think the answer is Lucozade Sport.
Okay, I have their answer.
I can only think of one flower begins with an L. I don't know if it's not a shrub. If my mum was watching, she'd be very upset because she knows her flowers quite well. Lilies?
Lilies of the valley. Sadly is incorrect. Very close. You got the first 3 letters correct. It was the lilac. The lilac. The chat stream, they fell asunder on this one as well. They put down lavender, 2 of the 3.
I'm still there.
So
I'm still in there.
The score remains the same. 5 points for you, Edward. 6 points for the chatters. Okay. When lilacs last in the courtyard bloomed. Does anybody recognize this guy?
What is this? What?
Does anybody recognize this guy?
In the pre-show chat.
No, this is me just sort of freewheeling.
That's a Van Gogh, is it not?
Nah.
Isn't it?
Both ears are hidden behind that beard.
Oh, I don't know who that is then.
This is Walt Whitman. He wrote a poem called "When Lilacs Last in the Courtyard Bloomed," all about mourning the death of President Lincoln.
Can you recite this one?
When lilacs last in the courtyard bloomed, and no, I can't, because it's about 18 stanzas long or whatever. It's a very long poem.
Of it though, right?
But it's good. Yeah. Hey, why not? At this time, challenge yourself to some poetry. Get out there, write some poetry. Oh, yeah. Send it to Ed, not to me. This could be good.
Yeah. Oh, that's an amazing idea. Let's do a poetry section where people send in their poetry. If you want your poetry read out about whatever you want, we'll get my dad to read it in a dramatic reading, because you're quite good. In fact, can you recite a poem for us now, and it'll be in the style of this? The dramatic reading will be in the style of what
first of all,
right now.
First of all, I have to say to Jack Little, miles to go before I sleep. That's Robert Frost, okay? Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though he will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. Stopping by woods on a snowy evening.
This is just going to become the WNL half hour where you just
No,
perform.
here we go. I think we should move on. We have a few more interesting questions that could allow you to catch up or go even further behind.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Question number 8. This 1998 British crime caper was written and directed by Guy Ritchie. Its ensemble cast starred Jason Statham and Vinnie Jones, amongst others. What was it called? A 1998 British crime caper, written and directed by Guy Ritchie. Vinnie Jones was in it.
He was indeed. Before his turn in Gone in 60 Seconds.
I have their answer.
That would be Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels.
Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Absolutely correct. Absolutely. Okay, the chat stream, to a man Jack or a woman Jack or whoever is watching behind these names, they got it as well.
Did anyone did anyone get it wrong? Did anyone not, in the chat? I can't see the chat right now. Did anyone not know the answer to that question? That's my query. I'm just wondering.
I only looked at the first 20 or so, but all 20 or so of those were absolutely correct.
Well done, all 20 or so.
And pretty quick in there, yes, yeah.
It was a good one.
Someone is admitting they didn't know. Here.
Yeah.
Chibiella admitted they don't know.
Chibiella? That's probably Ella.
Orange Spark says that Jack Little did know, even though he was sitting on his hands. Okay. All sorts of things going on here.
Right.
Let's go on to the next question. You're behind. It's 7 points to the chatters, 6 points to Edward.
This is close.
Okay.
This is close. This is a close one.
Question number 9. Number 9. This American president shared his surname with an English cathedral city. This American president shared his surname with an English cathedral city. I have their answer.
All right, so I'm thinking 3 things. Cathedral cities. Norwich, Peterborough, Lincoln.
And remember, we're in
Abraham Lincoln.
We say we're in a round on L, so yeah.
Lincoln.
Lincoln is correct, absolutely.
I was thinking of Lincoln Johnson.
Sorry, and Lincoln, Nebraska, the capital of Nebraska. Yeah, Lincoln is correct, and the chat stream also got it correct. That 1 point lead, that margin is being maintained with only 2 questions left.
Oof.
You have a chance to go ahead and win, catch up and tie, or lose by even more.
Yep.
Here we go. Question number 10. Ellis Lowry was famous for painting matchstick men and matchstick cats and dogs, according to the song, in Salford. I'd like to know, what was his first name? L.S. Lowry, the painter.
Oh, that's hard.
Well, yeah, I'll give you a hint. It begins with an L. No cheating anyone. Come on, let's have your guess. What was L.S. Lowry's first name?
What?
Commander Ben Kai admits he has no idea.
Good. Look at how good he's getting at this Twitch thing, everyone. Look how good he's getting at this.
I have their answer. And they were disparate.
Lorenzo. That very, very famous Mancunian name. Lorenzo,
Mancunian
yeah,
name.
right, you know, Lorenzo's coming over for a bap. For a babby's head.
His friends call him Lottie. Yeah, okay, sorry. I've switched over to Liverpool.
All right, let's go for Lewis.
Lewis was one of their first 3 answers. Yeah. Sadly, it was the incorrect one. The other 2 answers that they had in the first 3 were absolutely spot on. His first name was Lawrence. Lawrence Stephen Lowry. Yeah.
I'm going to remember that one. Thank you. He's one of my favorites.
Oh, well, there we go.
I like his little sticky man that he does.
Matchstick Man, yes, that's according to the song. Sadly, Edward, it looks as if you're going to be on the end of another, but much closer, defeat today. Yeah, we have one more question. You're behind 9 points to 7. Here we go. Final question.
Wait. Oh yeah, I am, aren't I? Oh well.
Yeah.
Well done, everyone.
Simple math.
Let's see if you can get this perfect, though. The chatters might get this 10 out of 10.
No, they missed one, if you recall.
That's just
neither one of you knew anything about lilacs. Yes.
I don't remember anything. About anything.
Okay, here we go. Final question. I'm going to read you an example of something, and you tell me what it is. There once was a young man we'll call Ed, who possessed all the facts, it is said, but the chat stream held sway, saw the quiz swing their way, and ultimately finished ahead. Prescience.
You think you're so clever, don't you?
I have their answer. What's yours?
It's a limerick.
Absolutely correct. A limerick. Yes. A-A-B-B-A sort of thing. Yes.
Well done.
As far as the rhyme scheme is concerned.
That's good. That was you. That was good.
And the final score then is 8 points for you and 10 out of 11 for the chatters. Well done, chat stream.
10 out of 11.
The only one they missed was the lilac. We had 11 questions today.
Did we?
Yeah.
Did we?
We had 11 questions. Yes.
Is that what we do? Is that what we're doing now? We do 11 questions.
We're sort of doing whatever I feel like doing if I can sneak it in.
All right, well done, everybody. Well done, chat. Well done, WNL. Thank you so much, WNL. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for being here along as well. Like, you're all great. How did you all do? Put your scores, put your personal scores in the chat. I want to see how you do. WNL is in charge now. I know he is. Yeah, rock and roll, Spinal Tap, WNL, turning up to 11. Nice reference. So yes, thank you so much. How you doing, Shanaria and L? That's good. I've not seen you for a long time. Yuri Gotanovsky's here as well. Zookeeper's Girl's here too. Robert Maynard. There's loads of cool people here in the chat today. That's amazing. So please do come back. We're going to be here the same time again tomorrow. Do we have any idea of what the quiz will be about tomorrow?
What would you like it to be about?
In the chat. Put your suggestions in the chat and we will pick them.
We won't do it every day because some days, if I'm going to be doing one every day, I will have to do some preparation ahead or sifting. But tomorrow, let's see what they want.
Whiskey Chaser says flowers. Chibiella says cats. Osric does a winky face. I don't know what that's about.
And says otters.
Numbers.
It's otter be otters.
Rude limericks. Ed is always
Numbers.
10 out of 10. Thanks. Speedboats. Ed's childhood. We've done that one already.
Numbers
that Ed knows the answers to, says Aurora. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Poetry frogs.
Poetry frogs. Frogs.
Well, poetry and frogs, yes.
We could do one about frogs.
We have a couple people who say numbers might be nice.
Numbers.
Just around on numbers.
Yeah, but alright, so do you want to guarantee me losing, then do a round on numbers? Unless it's like a fun one, like, is it closer to 1,000 or closer to 100? Like, you can make numbers fun. If anyone can make numbers fun, it's WNL. So everybody,
well, certainly
please.
You know that my object is not to defeat everybody on the day. So you're right. We don't want 0 playing 0 or 2 playing 1. So yeah, we'll make it as fun as possible.
Yeah, okay, that sounds good. That sounds good. Aman213 says, that's number 1. That's a good reference. 7 of 9. Good question. There's a good question for you about Star Trek. Before we go, daily book recommendation. Did you not plan it again? Poetry. Give us a poetry book.
I've got some poetry here. Well, obviously, I can say, that as far as that man is concerned, he wrote a book called Leaves of Grass, which were excellent poems, late 19th century in America. But another book of poems would be Alexander Pope.
Ooh.
You can tell that from the cover. No.
Never judge a book by its cover.
The Dwarf of Twickenham or whatever. He wrote The Rape of the Lock, and I learned how to play a very interesting card game. In fact, I made my sixth formers reconstruct a card game from the verses in The Rape of the Lock as opposed to looking it up. And we had the World Championships because nobody else does them. Rape of the Lock, Alexander Pope. Excellent guy. There you go. How's that for
Get on it. It's a great recommendation. Thank you so much, WNL. Any plans for the rest of the day for you?
It's so nice that I'm not going to be able to avoid gardening. But first I have to chase the squirrel away. We have a squirrel out there this morning digging up bulbs and eating them.
Befriend the
right
squirrel.
in front of the window, letting me know that it was flaunting all my gardening efforts.
Befriend the squirrel. Befriend the squirrel. All right, everybody, thank you. I'm afraid it's time for us to leave, but we will be back again. Same time tomorrow, so that's midday tomorrow. GMT, come along for the quiz. Put your scores in the chat. Bring your best quiz hats and your best quiz shoes. Are these things? Quiz hats and quiz shoes. We'll be back with a round, of course, all about numbers. And that's kind of it. Thank you again, everyone. Look after yourselves. Look after each other. You're awesome as always. Tell your friends to come along and join in with us. And let's all have a nice time together on our lunch breaks. So thank you again, WNL. Everybody in the chat, please do a big thank you for WNL. And
always my pleasure.
Yeah, it's been great. It's good fun. And yeah, remember that the screen that I'm going to might say starting soon, but I just haven't updated the image yet. So it's not starting soon, it's just finishing. But thanks, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Have a lovely day.
Bye.